Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of the Madman Rants Podcast. I am of course Ryan, aka Madman Rants, aka Madman Reads, aka Noiseless Madman. I first want to start by saying thank you to everybody who listened to episode 1 and shared the link as well. I greatly appreciate it. I always appreciate any time anybody shares anything that I post throughout social media, on the internet, interwebs. And I also wanted to mention that I did create a new blog for Madman Rants via WordPress. It's just madmanrantstx.wordpress.com. Again, that's madmanrantstx.wordpress.com. And I originally tried to go with just Madman Rants, but that was already taken. So madmanrantstx.wordpress.com. And of course the TX just stands for the state of Texas, which is where I reside in El Paso. And just to clear the air, of course, El Paso is not in fact a dusty ranch town with cowboys and Indians and cattle and though granted, I know that that's what at one point in El Paso's history, that's what it was well known for, but no longer. In fact, El Paso is growing by leaps and bounds pretty much every day and every month, every year, and I believe it won't be long before El Paso becomes just another overcrowded, booming metropolis, and yeah, it might even happen within the next 10, 15 years. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. So, yeah, though I don't really know if I look forward to that, mostly because I don't really like being in crowded spaces or, because I visited big crowded cities before, and I could only stand to be there for a certain amount of time before it just felt like too overwhelming. And so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's due to something else, but I don't know. But I'm sure a lot of other people as well don't like living in or even visiting overcrowded cities. So, yeah, I don't know. I really didn't know what else to talk about for episode 2, even though I kind of had some stuff planned. I just started making a list of different topics yesterday, and I also started trying to line up interviews with some of my friends who happen to be artists, writers, musicians, actors, and but unfortunately right now they're having a hard time making room in their schedule. So, but hopefully that'll clear up within the next week or so. So, moving on here, I just want to talk about briefly about a couple movies that I recently saw. One movie that I saw yesterday, which I rented, is titled The End of the Tour, and it stars Jason Segel, Jesse Eisenberg, and it's based on the best-selling book by David Lipsky, who wrote about the time when he interviewed writer-author David Foster Wallace back in 1996. And of course this was during the last leg of his book tour, which he was promoting his book Infinite Jest. And if you're not familiar with David Foster Wallace, he wrote a number of books. Unfortunately, he eventually took his own life. But before that, he gained a lot of popularity, a lot of notoriety for his book Infinite Jest. I mean, that was the one that really